Morning.
Hello, Paul.
How you
Good
doing?
morning. I'm good. How are you too?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Sorry to wake you up early for this.
No. I had a little issue at home, so I had to deal with it, but everything is okay.
All right. Well, yeah, it's good to see you again. I would like to have done this in person, but you know, this K League schedule this season's so busy, so it's you know what it's been like. But I'm
Yeah,
not sure
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure about you, but I can't believe that we're already at the end of the season. Has the season gone by very fast for you too?
Yes, really fast. I remember our first meeting, and everything has been really fast actually this season. And I think it's good because you know when it takes too much long, then it becomes a little bit boring. Uh, so I think it's really good for us to be here now that there's playoffs and everything. So I think it's it's been fast, but it's so far so good.
Yeah. There's been more games too, obviously, more teams, 44 rounds, 40 games. Have you felt that difference?
Actually, yes. Actually, yes. Especially with the injuries we had lately. The injuries we had lately has always been with muscle injuries. So I think because of the many games and the close games we've been playing, weekends, weekdays, without enough rest. Actually, I prefer like this because there's no time for too many training. So um, just a little training and then game, then little rest and then little training and game. And so I think it's okay for me. I'm old, but you know,
Not as old as me.
I'm okay. Yeah.
Well, the aim was and still is to win promotion. Of course, the season isn't over yet. But
Yes.
how has the season gone for you and FC Anyang? Do you think? Are you happy with the level of performance?
Um, we can always do better than what we always do. At the end of at the beginning of the season, I was pretty sure we were not even going to do the playoffs. To be honest with you, but we finished third position, so we could have done better than what we did. But I'm happy. I'm happy because we are still in the playoffs. We still have the chance to get promoted, which is our goal from the beginning. And so that's the part of the team. Personally, I'm happy because I finished the season winning the best assist in the league, which is good for me. But as I said earlier, also I could have done more than this. So maybe the more that I can do is to win the championship with FCI.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, when we spoke earlier in the year, you said that the Dejon game last year still hurts.
Yes.
Has that been the driving force for you throughout this season? I mean, obviously you won 3-2 at Dejon earlier this year,
Mm.
and Dejon came back to 2-2, but you still, you didn't think, okay, let's just try and contain and get a draw. You kept going, and that seemed to sort of be an example of just how you're using that pain to keep you going.
Yes, to be honest with you, especially games against the Asian is different for me.
Yeah.
Probably not just for me, maybe for my teammates also. But yeah, as you said, especially with the game out there, um, probably there was something inside me that still feel that feelings that I felt last season. So even though it was like 95, 96 minutes, I still had the power to make that run to make the 3-2. So yeah, that game still hurts because you know if we just drew that game, we could have played again game one, and who knows, maybe we will be playing in a different league this season. But that didn't happen, and it still hurts. And I don't think just for me, for the other guys and for the fans and the and our office and everyone also. So I mean, the Asian game is pretty special for me.
Yeah, and you
So
got you got three assists in that game. If a player scores a hat trick, they get the match ball. But if a player gets three assists, there should be something.
yeah, I think there should be something, but I don't know. Maybe the corner flag or the referee's whistle or
Yeah,
something. But
yeah.
I didn't get nothing though.
Unbelievable. Well, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I just got a coffee from Jayon, Andrigo, and Moya, and that was it.
well, well, yeah, 11 assists and 7 goals. It's been a great season for you personally, and it's obviously time. Hopefully, this will be a good season for the club too. I'm sure. I want to ask you again about last season. Obviously, having been knocked out of the playoffs, did you watch or pay attention to the Gangwon versus Daejeon game? Were you interested?
No,
Yeah,
no, I
I
didn't.
understand.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't want to watch. I didn't want to know nothing. I just went on vacation and I don't want to know anything. Yeah,
Yeah, I understand. I
because
understand.
that was too much. Yes,
Yeah.
that was
Well,
too
it is
much.
straight into the playoffs now. No, not much rest, no waiting. You play at home on Saturday. How are you and the
On
guys
Sunday.
feeling? Oh, sorry, Sunday. Yeah. On
Yeah, on
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah. I mean, we after the Gangnam game, we took just 1 day rest on Sunday, and we started training right away yesterday. So we are preparing really well for this game. We cannot make the mistakes we made last year because it's pretty much the same as last year. If you lose this game, you're out. So we cannot make mistakes. We need to be really, really careful about games like this, even though we have the advantage of home and advantage of a draw, exactly like last season. So we need to remind ourselves about last season and be very, very careful about games like this because they are really, really tricky games like this because at the back of your mind you know it's just a draw. At least if you draw, you are on. So that can be really dangerous. So we have to prepare ourselves like physically, but especially mentally because it's 90 minutes, which is like a final game of I don't know what Champions League, European League, or whatever. So we need to be really careful about this and concentrate till the game is finished.
Yeah.
As you know, in K League, especially in K League Two, the games never finish in 90 minutes. There are a lot
No.
of goals that is yeah, there are a lot of goals that get scored after the 90 minutes. So we really have to be careful.
Yeah. Well, at the time of recording, we don't know who you will face yet. How does that affect the preparation? Does the coach spend more time on just how you're going to play? I suppose, obviously, it's a team that you played 4 times before already this season. There'll be no surprises, really.
Yes, there will be no surprises, but in this case, it's a little bit difficult for especially the coach and the staff because they don't know which team they have to prepare the game against, because they are two different teams who play like two different kind of football. So until Wednesday or Thursday, because the game is in the evening, so until Thursday we will just train like normal trainings, and then maybe from Thursday we prepare for the game because we know who we are playing against.
Have you got a preference on who you would like to face?
Can I say it? Or maybe it's better not to say
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I'll
it.
let you into a secret. Last season, as you know, I'm a fan of Dejon, and I said I want to face Gangwon, and then look what
Mm,
happened. So it's
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's better not to make predictions.
yeah. But you
Yeah,
do
that is
have
better
one.
not to say.
But you
I
do
do,
have
I do,
one.
I do
Yeah, you
have
do.
one
Fair enough.
actually. Yes, yes, I do have
Um,
one.
well, obviously, as you know, as you said, you are at home again. Fans are back now properly. I mean, obviously, last year, fans were there, but there was still, there were rules about shouting and cheering and wearing masks.
Yes,
That's different now. They're going to be
yes,
louder. That's going to be a big help for you.
yes. Actually, I hope they will be much louder than usual. Because
Yeah,
that would be like the 1 month we've always been asking for every day. So hopefully there will be a lot of people at the stadium. It's Sunday game. It's 1 p.m. and hopefully it will be sunny. So I hope a lot of people come out here just to give us a hand because we will definitely need that.
yeah. Well, it is third place and not second. That obviously would have put you straight into a playoff against the K League One team. But on the plus side, it means that you have an extra game to try and build some momentum if you do get through. Dejon will have waited 10 days before their first game in the playoffs. You go straight into it. Momentum can be very important.
Yes, that's true. That's true. That's really true. Because if you just stay around from last game of Saturday, so the 23rd. That's a bit too much, Without a game, you can be playing some friendly games, but it's not the same thing. So that's kind of an advantage for the third place. But there's a risk of losing the game also, on Sunday. So hopefully we will do our best for sure, and hopefully the fans can give us a hand also.
Yeah. Have you been paying attention to the bottom half of K-League One? Obviously you've got games to play yourself first, but you must have thought about which K-League One team you might face.
Yeah, actually, usually I watch K-League One games, but lately I've been watching much more because I need to know who we're gonna play with. For now, we don't know if it will be Gimchon, it will be Swan Samsung, or even Seoul FC, FC Seoul.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. So
Yeah.
I really watch all the games, and because I need to learn my opponents. So
Yeah.
I've been really watching closely, and I'm gonna watch on Saturday also.
Yeah.
I'll try to watch on Saturday also, because then
Yeah.
Saturday we know who we're playing against if we win on Sunday.
Have you got a preference, or you're not really bothered yet?
Honestly, no.
No. Fair enough.
Honestly, no. It's pretty much the same. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I spoke to Gerso Fernandez a few weeks ago. He told me that you guys knew each other, which I didn't realize, but he talked about the schedule and how it's affected his energy levels and the teams. Is that something that you would agree with too, that you've also felt?
Yes. There are a lot of games. And if you play all the games, at some point you'll be tired. At some point I pick up an injury because I was coming from, I think, 8 or 9 games playing 90 minutes, and so I pick up a little injury, muscle injury, because I didn't have enough time for rest, and every game is just sprinting here and there. So yes, it affects a little bit, but this is the league, and we just have to get used to it.
Yeah. Well, looking back at the team last year compared to this year, what's different now that will make sure that you don't repeat what happened last year?
I think we are more matured right now, even though we have a lot of new players compared to last year. But these new guys are also pretty matured guys who have been playing this league for some time. So I think the maturity in this team right now, and we have very good chemistry between us, even off the pitch, which is really, really good. We had that last season also, but not as much as now. So the maturity and the chemistry that we have right now, I think that's going to help us to excel in. I mean, that helped us during the whole season, and I think now is much important. And this game is the most important of the season right now. So all the guys know that we are all matured. We all try to do our job and do it well, and hopefully we don't repeat the mistake we made last season.
Yeah. Well, finally, what message do you have for FC Anyang fans?
Personally, I want to thank them so much for the affection they've showed me and my teammates. We really appreciate. They are coming everywhere. They come to Busan, they come to Gangnam, they go to Jeonnam, everywhere. Everywhere they always come in their numbers, and we really, really appreciate that. We're just asking them to do one more favor for us, which is come in their numbers on Sunday and make as much as noise as much as possible they can, because we will really need that. So we will ask for their support, maximum support on Sunday, and hopefully we will not disappoint them.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, well, Maxwell, thank you very much for your time this morning, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Thank you, mate.
Nice
Cheers.
to talk to you. Cheers.